Okay, time to get this Pink Diamond Stephanie Vaquer, the new Women's World Champion Stephanie Vaquer, in the final event of her string of live events for her Superstar of the Month challenge, this time an Elimination Chamber match, and yes, every single opponent has a full stack of finishers. But that's okay, they're easily baitable, so I'm just going to play with Charlotte a little bit here until the third participant enters the chamber, and I'll show you why in a little bit. So you can bait her into using her chops or just do a quick little dodge like I'm doing here, and just kind of mess with her a little bit. She's pretty predictable. Of course, the AI wants to use a finisher any chance it gets. If you do not feel comfortable countering finishers, feel free to just exit the ring and run around, climb up and down the cage to just try to evade her until the third entrant gets in the ring, and then they can focus their attention on them. After that, I'll show you what we're going to do. But in the meantime, yeah, if you want to just start going to work on her and just maybe start weakening her up, softening her up for the third entrant, which will be Becky Lynch, because, and this is important to note, the entrants come out of their pods in the same order every single time. Here's this poor referee. I got bad stick drift, so I didn't get him out of the ring on the first time, but we're going to be focusing our attention to him shortly after Becky Lynch joins the Elimination Chamber. So, like I said, just kind of toy with Charlotte in the ring until Becky gets in. Once she comes in, you can divert Charlotte's attention to her opponent. Becky Lynch, of course, coming in with the full stack of finishers herself. I'm just going to kind of slip out of here. And by the way, yes, it is tough to kick out in this match, so don't find yourself in a lot of predicaments where you're going to have to. This is why I recommend this method. We're going to toss the referee over the top and then start going to work, because as a technician, Stephanie Vaquer gets MFP by doing red limb damage on either the legs or the arms. So pick your limb of choice and start going to town. I picked the legs. He's going to be very slow going to those 3 counts the rest of the match, but hey, it's a small price to pay for not having to actually work in this match. So go ahead and start cutting down that tree. It shouldn't take too long. Stephanie Vaquer is 90 overall. This referee, who knows what the hidden overall of the referee is. It goes rather quickly, though. It's important, though, that you toss the referee to the south side of the ring, because Asuka is always going to be the 4th entrant to come out of her pod. So if you're on the right side of the ring or the north side of the ring, for example, she's going to interfere in what you're doing to this poor referee, and we don't want to do that until we get our red limb damage. Once we do, as you can see, you can do a crowd and opponent taunt. Go ahead and hit him with a signature if you want, but please note, if you hit him with a finisher, you will not always get the 15 MFP for some reason. Check this out. Boom. Landed a finisher. No 15 MFP bonus. So just be kind of cautious of that. Pay attention in the upper right portion of your screen. You want to make sure you're hitting your 90 MFP before you win this match, or you're going to have to do it again if you want to unlock the Pink Diamond Stephanie. Also important to note, pinfalls do count on the outside of the ring, so if you find yourself in an inside cradle and you're unlucky enough for the Elimination Chamber pod counter to come up in the bottom right corner of the screen like you just saw there, your kick-out meter might be covered up, and that was pretty scary. But anyways, let me get back to my strategy here. Here comes Alexa Bliss. I'm just going to stay the hell out of the way. There's a lot of finishers going around, and I don't want to get hit by any of them. So I'm just going to kind of cling to the cell walls, the chamber walls, like a spider, and just kind of hang out. And you're safe up here. If somebody comes walking towards you, all you got to do is scatter either up or down towards one of those chamber pods, and you're safe. You can do this the entire match until you get down to just one opponent left. And as you can see, we have all of our 90 MFP. We're good to go. Once the second to last person has been eliminated and it's just a one-on-one match, we can climb down, get back in the ring, and it's much more manageable to win this challenge when it's just a singles match, essentially, because we're a 90 overall character. So at worst, you're going to face a 99 overall character, and hey, we've done live events for a while now. We've been doing MyFaction for a minute. That's not the worst thing that they've thrown at us. And look at Bianca Belair coming right away. She's like, okay, enough of that stuff. You got to get down here. I'm just going to climb over to the pod. I'm going to jump down. You can go back into the ring. You can go back on top of the pod. You can just kind of mess around. You can go back and forth, and they're never going to be able to get you. Look at this. We're quick. We're evasive. We're elusive in this match. And that's what you got to be if you want the least path of resistance. The path of least resistance, I should say. And these people are just going to beat the hell out of each other, and that's okay. Let them use up all their signatures, all their finishers. Let them weaken each other, get all that limb damage. We're good, baby. We're just hanging out. We're vibing. Enjoy the match. You're a spectator. You're like a... Look at this view right here. We got good seats in the house right here. Just a straight-on shot by the hard cam. Looking at the Elimination Chamber match. I'm chilling at this point. I even think I put my controller down. I'm just vibing and enjoying a badass women's match. So I'm going to just kind of scoot over to the right here as they're getting a little close to the south. And you just got to be kind of aware of what's going on in the ring, because if somebody starts targeting you, and you'll know it, because a little arrow will appear above their head when they're looking towards you. You're going to know when they're locked onto you. Like, look at Alexa Bliss right here. She changed her mind. That's good. But if she hadn't, you know, we can just go back and forth up and down on this pod, and we're good. We're good for days here. I don't like Becky being on the outside of the ring there, so I'm just going to kind of get down. And I'm going to go back to the south side here. And I'm going to continue watching this match. Now, Bianca Belair is just cleaning house here. And she doesn't have any limb damage, so it's very important that we also maintain our health going into the last round, if you will, where it's just one-on-one. So let these two face off, Becky and Bianca, and we'll take on the winner. We'll come pick the bones. So I'm still going to chill. You could be beating up the ref right now, and that's actually a smart idea. If you want to beat up the ref when it's just down to one-on-one and store up a signature and a couple of finishers, I highly recommend that. I'm not going to do it here. I'm just going to face Bianca one-on-one, just because I kind of thought about it late. But that is a great strategy. When it gets down to one-on-one like this, take that ref back outside the ring and start putting belt to ass and just store up as many finishers as you can, because that's going to speed up the one-on-one segment, because every superstar in this match has a comeback resiliency that'll allow them to kick out of a pinfall. They're countering machines, so it's just nice to have a couple of finishers stored anyways. But yeah, we see Bianca's getting the dub here, and we're just going to go straight up on the attack. And it doesn't take long to store up our own signature finisher. It's just, you like to have, like I said, backup plans, just in case you get countered, which is highly likely here. You see I'm going into this match right here, this one-on-one match, I guess, within the match with Bianca Belair, fresh as a daisy. No damage, no limb damage, but by the end of it, we're going to sustain some limb damage that just naturally occurs from being countered and stuff like that. But that's it, guys. That's the match. Get your 90 MFP, then start beating down on Bianca Belair. It might take a couple of finishers, it might take a couple of signatures, but you'll get her. It's just a one-on-one match at this point. We've been here 1,000 times before. She's pretty quick to stun. I just keep spamming limb attacks. And if any of you have played online matches, I guess you're familiar with that concept, because it's all people do online, but it works just as well as against the AI. So just switch off, weaken her, keep chopping down the tree. She's going to kick out a few times, but I'm going to fast forward to the end of the match here. And there you have it, a nice, easy Elimination Chamber match where we hardly had to work at all. Just got in there in the end when it was just Bianca Belair remaining, and did what we do in live events. Spam the crap out of her with limb-targeted attacks and hit a signature, a couple finishers, and we got the hell out of here with the dub. So, guys, that's it. We got our pink diamond Stephanie Vaquer with the underwhelming badges, I know, but hey, what are you going to do? 2K is really being slim with what they give us for badges these days. But thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like, a comment if this helped you, and I will catch you all next time. Until then, be well and take care. Peace.